Good y'all back with a fresh new week. Another day of grinding. I'm here with Josh.
Yes, sir.
Not gonna lie, I have been enjoying the swims a little bit more since I've been upping the frequency like 4 times a week. Now, before I used to hate swimming. I used to hate going to the pool. I used to dread swimming. But now I get in the pool, 1,000 yards feels like a breeze. 2,000 yards starting to feel comfortable. So just got to keep on building it to get to that 4,000 yard point.
I'm trying to get to that point.
Hopefully 4,000 yards becomes a breeze at some point. I'm trying to get to like 7K, 8K, 10K swims. Not every time, but I want to do that at least once. How's your swimming journey going so far?
I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, every swim is better than the last, which is all you can hope for. But I feel like it's going well, but it could be better. So, I mean, we're out here. So that's all that matters, bro.
Josh is pretty new to swimming as well, so he's still trying to get his technique, everything in form, trying to build endurance. So a lot of the work we're doing right now is just mostly technique, getting comfortable in the water, getting comfortable in the deep end. You feel me? That's the main thing going on. But I'm not gonna lie, for like, what, how many weeks of swimming? You say like 6, 5, 6?
Something like that, yeah.
And it's already looking pretty good, but we just gotta work on a few things, and
that's what I like to hear.
He's gonna be swimming like a fish.
I hope so. This week, I want to get 100% comfortable with the deep water. I think I got a little bit more comfortable after the Y, but I'm trying to get like 100% comfortable. I feel like once I get over that mental barrier, then the rest of the swimming is going to be a lot easier.
Swim session complete. Ended up knocking out 3K yards. So definitely a great swim this morning. You feel me? Monday morning, getting active, starting the week off right. Josh is in the pool as well. Y'all saw Josh getting his laps in. Josh doing his thing, getting ready for Ironman South Africa. He still got like 9 months, so you got a lot of time to train. But at the same time, can't get too comfortable. Every single day got to be a challenge. You feel me? If you're not challenging yourself, if you're not pushing yourself to your limits, not even to your limits, but if you're not pushing yourself more than you were pushing yourself yesterday, then you're doing it wrong. So it's good to see Josh pushing himself, getting after it, getting out of his comfort zone, getting his skills upgraded. You feel me? Getting the attributes upgraded. As for me, I'm going to go back home, eat, get ready to hit the gym for my second workout. Catch y'all in a little bit. What am I doing different this Ironman versus my first Ironman South Africa is a question my man Tobias asked me. Shout out to Tobias, so I'll be glad to answer that. And it comes down to 3 main components: my training, my recovery, and my nutrition. To break it down, I guess I'm gonna start off with the training aspect. I'm still self-coached. I don't have a coach, unfortunately. Maybe, I don't know if it's unfortunate or not, but I'm not trying to spend any more money on this sport right now, bro. When the time comes, I'll get a coach. But for now, since I am still new to the sport and I'm still building my base, building my endurance, I feel like I still have a lot more time to just get the basics down, to get my endurance built up. As far as the training, on my first Ironman training block, a lot of that training was strictly zone 2, building the base. As far as the bike, as far as the run, and as far as the swimming, I didn't really have too many hard sessions. I'll say during the bike, I would have sessions where I would push a bit harder, try to get my FTP up. But as far as the run, as far as the swim, I don't really recall doing too many like track running specific, like high intensity interval work or like speed work, tempo work. And as far as the swim, definitely did not do any intervals in the swim, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. As far as the training goes for this training block, as y'all see, I'm at the track now, so I'm doing more track work, I'm doing more speed work, I'm doing more tempo runs. Towards the end of my runs, for most of my runs, like my easy runs, I'll also add in some some strides towards the end of the run. So last mile, I'll do about 20 to 30 second strides. After that, I'll take a minute jog recovery, and then I'll do another stride, 20-30 seconds, and I'll just repeat that until the mile is pretty much finished. So I've been doing a lot of those pretty much during every single one of my easy runs, and I'm not gonna lie, it definitely is improving my ability to hold a faster speed for a longer distance. As far as the bike, right now I'm biking a minimum 3 times a week. Over the next couple of weeks, I want to bump it up to 4 times, 5 times a week. And if we look at my Strava, June 22nd, I started my build. As you can see on the rides, I had 81 miles logged, 8 hours of biking. You can see the elevation gain. I live in a pretty hilly area, so there's like no flat area around me for the bike, which I mean, I don't know if that's good or if that's bad, but I think it's good though. I think it builds power, but I would like to have like flatter environment to where I can hold a sustained effort without having to worry about hills, without having to worry about surging, my heart rate rising, all that stuff. But I mean, I guess it is extra training. So we go June 22nd, 81 miles, June 29th to July 5th, 128.96 miles. And then we go to the next week, 132 miles. And then next week, I had a pretty rough week, I'm not gonna lie. That's July 13th to July 19th. Logged 37.77 miles, which is pretty terrible. But you are gonna have weeks like that where it just doesn't go to plan, and you won't have weeks like that, bro. Not every single week is gonna be perfect. But then the next week, boom, 153.81 miles, picking it back up. And then the following week, as you can see, my highest volume week yet, 217 miles. As you can see with a bike, I am trying to take the bike more serious. I am trying to increase the volume. That being said, I'm probably going to be biking like 5 times a week, 4 to 5 times a week, 6 times a week. If I really have the time, I'll do 6 times a week, but minimum 4 times a week. As you can see with the run, my run volume has not been too crazy compared to my first build. I don't know, I don't have Strava Premium, so I can't even see like my old stuff. But back in my last build, I was running about 40 miles, 45, 40 miles a week, 50. I want to say like around 50 during my peak. So as you can see with this build, 17 miles, 18 miles, dropped down to 7, 27, 28, 17, 26, 23. So I'm really ranging around like, I want to say mid 20s. And the reason why it dropped for this build is because, for one, I'm increasing my bike mileage, which is taking away time for the run. It's a trade-off that I'm willing to take because biking is less taxing on the legs than running is. And my plantar is cooked, bro. It's not cooked, but I can feel it like flaring up, especially when I run like 10, 11, 12 miles when I'm doing my long runs, which are about like 15 miles right now. When I get to like 10 miles, I can feel my plantar starting to flare up, and I'm like, whoa, that's not good. So I'm definitely trying to cut back on the running, keeping my runs all quality, not forcing anything, not forcing any extra volume. Plus, I'm getting the Zone 2 endurance build from the biking instead. So it's not like I'm really losing any gains or losing any fitness, reducing the volume on the run. You feel me? Because I'm still keeping in my brick run, I'm still keeping in my long run, and I'm still keeping in my speed work. So 3 quality runs is really all you need. I can definitely see my pace improving, my heart rate dropping, my pace dropping as well. So it's okay. You don't have to run 50 miles, 60 miles to get better at running. And as far as the swim, as you can see with my swim, it has been pretty inconsistent, bro. I'm not gonna lie. So we got 2,500 yards, 2,500. Then the next week we got 7.5, 5.3, 5.1, 4,000, 2.4, and then 6.5. As you can see, the swim is super inconsistent, which I gotta work on, but I'm not gonna lie, bro. At first I started to enjoy the swimming, and then I'm back to a point where I'm like, I gotta swim, bro. Do I really gotta swim, bro? And it's so easy to skip a swim because the bike is in the house, you feel me? The bike is in the house. I just get out, go ride. Even though the bike might suck sometimes, at least the bike is like, it definitely is enjoyable getting out there, having the wind blow in your face, seeing the scenery change, the run as well. Like, even though the run does suck sometimes, but whenever you started getting your rhythm with the run and you started getting your groove, the run starts to become enjoyable. But the swim, bro, open water swimming is cool. Like, I enjoy open water swimming, but specifically swimming in the pool is not it, bro. It's not it. Just going back and forth. So that definitely is like a mental barrier that I got to break through. Not caring about how I feel, but doing it because I got to do the work with the swim. So I could definitely say the swim definitely got to be improved. But with that being said, how all of this data and all of my training translates from this training block to the last training block was pretty much just building my endurance, all zone 2 work. And also I feel like my last training block, I was focused more on not trying to overtrain. So even if I felt like I could have pushed more, or even if I felt like I could have done like an extra bike or an extra run or an extra swim, I feel like I was cutting back on it or not really doing it because I was scared that I was gonna overtrain. But specifically for this block, I'm not worried about overtraining, bro, because I feel like it's pretty hard to overtrain. Like, I feel like people say overtraining, but I feel like overtraining like is definitely doing 300 miles on the bike, 60 miles of running, 20K swim. I feel like overtraining is like harder to hit than people make it seem like it is. So I'm definitely not worried about overtraining for this block, maximizing the bike as much as I can, keeping the runs quality, and the swim, I also gotta up it more and be more consistent. But for sure, the number one thing that I'm doing is increasing my bike mileage, biking as much as I can. And now we're gonna go into number 2, the nutrition, specifically nutrition while doing the workout, because I feel like my nutrition was already dialed in. Like, my diet, the food that I eat, is all pretty well balanced. It's already like, obviously a lot of carbs, a lot of sweet potatoes, a lot of yellow potatoes, a lot of rice, cereal, a lot of Rice Krispies, a lot of fruits, all that stuff. Protein, still keeping it lean, 95% ground beef. We got chicken breasts, and we got non-fat Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, and protein powder. And that's pretty much about it for my protein. And then fats, we got olive oil, we got eggs, we got peanut butter. That's about it, feel me? So keeping it pretty simple. All of my dishes, all of my meals are whole food, simple, like 2 to 3 ingredients, not really doing too much of the food, just keeping it simple but keeping it consistent, eating the same thing pretty much every single day. But as far as nutrition during training, specifically the bike leading up to the run, because obviously in the Ironman, nutrition on the bike is the number one thing that you gotta take into account and the number one thing that you gotta get dialed in. And I would say on my first Ironman, I didn't really take nutrition too serious. Like, I was training at 80 grams of carbs per hour, so it was more on the lower end. For this block, I'm upping it. Right now I'm training at 100 grams per hour, and I want to build it up to 105, 110, 115, see how I feel. But for right now, I am at 100 grams per hour, and my nutrition right now is pure cane sugar, water, and lime, because I do not have $50 to spend every 2 weeks on Tailwind, because that is ridiculous, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Tailwind, if you're watching this, help your boy out, give your boy a sponsorship, you feel me? Because I do love Tailwind. I do rock with Tailwind, you feel me? The flavors are amazing. The performance I get from Tailwind is A1, but to use it for training, my pockets are just not built for that, bro. I'm not gonna lie. So I am using the cane sugar instead for 100 grams per hour, water, lime, put some ice in there, and you got yourself the craziest concoction of a limeade. Honestly, it's disgusting, bro. Disgustingly sweet, but it is what it is. I'll just wash it down with some water afterwards. But also setting a timer on my watch. Now this, obviously, as you can see, this is my Apple Watch. I had a Chorus watch. I literally lost it like 4 days ago, bro. I'm so pissed, bro. I'm so sick that I lost it, bro. I put it in my pocket. I don't know why I didn't put it in my wrist, but I put it in my pocket, and I think I had my phone in the pocket at the same time, and I might have put it out my pocket, my phone in my pocket. The watch fell on the ground somewhere, cooked. So now I gotta order a new Chorus watch because this Apple Watch literally lasts like 3 hours until it dies. What I would do on my watch is whenever I do start the workout, I would also set a timer at the same time. So I'll set a timer for 15 minutes. The timer goes off every 15 minutes during the workout, and whenever the timer goes off, I know, okay, I gotta take a sip or two of the carb mixture, of the sugar mixture, just so that I know that I'm taking the right amount of carbs at a consistent time. Because during the race and during the training, I would pretty much just take it like whenever I feel like it, or I would forget to take it, and I'll look at the time and I'll be like, damn, it's been 40 minutes since I last took it, or damn, like it's been 50 minutes, almost an hour since I last took it. So now I'm putting a timer on my watch so that I know whenever the timer goes off, okay, take a sip. So I know that I'm not gonna bonk, I'm not gonna be low on glycogen, I'm gonna be straight. Because during the race, during my last Ironman, I was not taking the nutrition serious, bro, especially during the run. Like whenever all the fatigue set in after not really taking it on the bike consistently, and I was feeling cooked during the run, I literally had all my nutrition, all my untapped maple syrup in my bag, or in my what's it called, in my race pouch. I was not taking none of that, bro. I literally finished the race. I still had like four syrups left. I was not taking none of that. Making sure that I take nutrition consistently, making sure that I take it, because I'm not trying to have any more mishaps, any more bunks on the race. And number 3, the recovery. Now, at least with this Ironman training block, if y'all were here for the first training block, y'all knew that I worked a very, very physically demanding job. And at least with this one, I don't have to work that job. I'm back to being self-employed. I'm back to working on my own. So I don't have to worry about doing anything other physical labor, any other physical activity. Like now when I'm doing physical activity, it's strictly Ironman training or strength training in the gym, building muscle. So now at least my body can recover more. My body can actually get the rest that it needs. You feel me? I'm not exerting my body too much. I'm not going too crazy outside of the Ironman training. So at least now that I have a bigger recovery window, I can definitely feel that my recovery has been way better. When I have my Chorus watch is really gone, bro. When I have my Chorus watch, every single night I went to sleep, HRV was buzzing through the roof, bro. My HRV was at like 88, 87, 90 for days and weeks in a row, bro. Like now I'm recovering so well, and it honestly feels good because now that I'm doing like more volume than I was doing on my first Ironman training block, and I'm recovering even better, taking the recovery more serious, getting the right amount of sleep, getting at least 7 to 8 hours, trying to go to sleep as early as possible. Like now I'm trying to be in bed by around 10:30, which is still kind of late. Like I would in the most ideal world, in the most picture perfect environment scenario, bro, I would want to be in bed by 9:00 p.m. tucked like this, slumped in bed, bro. But yeah, 10:30 right now is the time that I usually go to sleep. And yeah, just taking recovery more serious, stretching as well, stretching every single night, obviously staying hydrated, taking electrolytes, taking sodium, drinking water, the good stuff, you feel me? Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing during this Ironman training block with my training, my nutrition, and my recovery. So yeah, if y'all got any more questions, go ahead, let me know. I'll be glad to answer them. Peace. Got a long run today. I do not feel like doing it, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Nah.
back in the A. Smooth, I ain't leaving no trace. Rice on me, fresh out the chase.